morning students. Today we will discuss about the topic supply and stock. So what is supply? Supply refers to various amount of a commodity that the producer are willing to sell at different possible prices. Okay, refers to various amount of a commodity that the producer is willing to sell at different possible prices. Okay, means price of the commodity is given and the producer is willing to sell at the given price. That is the supply. And stock of commodity refers to total quantity of that commodity, means total amount of any commodity which is available with the producer at a point of time. Okay, means stock means that the amount of commodity that the producer is having or available is refers to the sale for the present time and sell for the future. It means it does not mean that the stock that the producer is having, he is willing to give the commodity in present time. He can sell the amount at present time and sell the amount of commodity in the future. It depending on the price of the commodity. Okay. For example, stock means a producer having 100 tons of wheat at a point of time is called stock. Okay, for a point of time we can say on 15 October 2020 a producer is having 100 tons of wheat. So that is the stock of that producer. Okay, this is the stock of 100 ton wheat. And the price of the wheat is 500. Okay, per unit. Okay, so the producer is willing to sell 10 tons of wheat. The producer is willing to sell at this price only 10 tons of wheat. So this 10 ton of wheat is called supply. Okay, means total amount of commodity is 100 ton. So this 100 ton at point of time we have measured, we can say that 15 October 2020 a producer is having 100 ton of wheat. Then this 100 ton of wheat is stock of goods. Stock of wheat we can say. This is called stock. And the price of the wheat is 500 and the producer is willing to supply 10 ton of wheat at this prevailing price. Means at this price the producer is willing to sell only 10 tons of wheat. So this 10 ton is supply of wheat. This is called supply. Okay, I hope you got the difference between supply and stock. Stock we measure at the point of time and supply means that the producer at the given price is willing to sell 10 tons of wheat. Then this 10 ton is called supply of the commodity. Okay, now if price increase it become 600, that the producer is willing to supply 50 tons. This is called supply, and the 50 ton remaining with the producer, this is stock of the wheat. Okay, so supply refers to various amount of the commodity that the producer is willing to sell at different possible price. And stock means the total amount of the commodity that the producer is available with the, means total amount of the commodity which is available with the producer at a point of time. Means at a point of time we measure anything and that is available with the producer, that is called stock. Okay, stock does not mean the producer will sell in present time or future. It is depending on the price, that at the given price will become the supply of the commodity. Okay. So this is the meaning of stock and supply. Now we will discuss about the difference between stock and supply. Okay. So supply is the quantity of a commodity that a producer is ready to sell at different possible prices. Okay. Means producer is ready to sell at the given price. So it is a flow concept. Supply is a flow concept. What it means flow, like income. Income is a flow concept. Supply is always related to price. Okay. Supply is related to price. If there is high price of a commodity, then a producer is willing to supply more quantity of a commodity. And if there is a less price of a commodity, then producer will supply less. So there is a positive relation between price and supply of a commodity. For example, apple, 10 rupees per unit price, then producer supply 100 units of apple, then price increase, it become 15, then producer is supplying 150 units of apple. Means the supply increase with the increase in the price of the commodity. Okay, there is a positive relation between price and quantity supply. The next is stock. Stock refers to total quantity available with the producer. For example, a farmer having stock of 100 ton weight. This is a stock. Okay, farmer having 100 ton weight. This is a stock. So the farmer is ready to sell only 10 tons of wheat at the price of 500. Then this 10 ton is supplied. So this is the main difference between supply and stock. Stock is the total amount of the commodity, and supply means whatever the amount producer is ready to sell at the given price. Next is stock is not a flow concept. What it means stock is not a flow concept like wealth. Wealth is a stock concept. It is not a flow concept because we measure wealth of a person at a point of time. Like whenever we study news that Mukesh Ambani become the richest person of the world, okay, in second number. So the wealth of the person is measured at a point of time. At a point of time. For example, 4 October 2020, the wealth of the Mukesh Ambani is 150 crore. So this is stock concept. Okay. And income means your father is earning 50,000 per month, then that is the income. Okay. Income of the person is considered in flow concept. Okay. Stock is not related to price of the commodity. Stock is not related to price of the commodity because stock is related to expected demand in the future. Okay. If there is more demand of the goods, then there is high price of the good, and at the high price the producer will supply more quantity of the goods. So from the stock, the producer can also sell at the present time and also sell at the future time. Okay. So it is not related to price of the commodity. It depending. Stock is not a flow concept because it is not related to price, or it is measured at a point of time. Means whatever the amount of a commodity person having, that is measured at a point of time, that show the stock of the commodity. Okay. So this is the mainly difference between the stock and the supply. Okay. Supply is a flow concept, but stock is not a flow concept. Okay, like wealth, if we measure the wealth of the person, then it is measured at a point of time and it is a stock concept. And when we study about flow concept, means out of this 100 ton, a farmer is ready to sell 10 ton of wheat at price 500 per unit. So this 10 ton is a flow concept and this 100 ton is a stock concept. Okay. So this is the main difference between supply and stock. Okay. And what is quantity supply? quantity supply refers to the specific amount of a commodity supplied at a specific price. Okay, here we are saying that supply means the producer is ready to sell at different possible price, but quantity supplied means supply at a specific price. Specific amount of a commodity supply at a specific price is called quantity supply. So this is the stock and supply concept. Okay, so watch the video. Also read from your book. Any doubt, any query, you are free to ask. Thank you, students.